feel like a terrible mom. I let my child down. I was supposed to protect her, and I didn't.
First at 11 and only on RTV6, a mother with a warning and a message after her daughter was injured at a daycare with a history of operating illegally.
Call 6 Investigates has learned the state has cited the provider again and again for having too many children without a license.
Our Kara Kenny has been digging through records for months and joins us now with what you need to know. Kara.
Many people post on Facebook when they're looking for childcare. That's what Melissa Lucas did when she was looking for a home daycare for her daughter. Now Melissa wishes she had done more research, and she's asking other parents to listen to her story. For Melissa Lucas, daughter Mackenzie is the light of her life.
It's constantly running through my head. Is she safe? Is she safe? Is she safe?
Safety was on Melissa's mind when she met Jennifer Martinez at her Greenwood in-home daycare.
She said she was sleep safe. You know, it made me happy that there was a code that you had to get into her home.
Melissa was happy with the daycare for months until July 13th when she got a text message from Jennifer saying Mackenzie had a bruise, but that she didn't fall or get hit.
And my heart sank. I'm like, oh goodness, what could have happened?
Melissa left work and raced to the daycare to get Mackenzie.
And she just kind of looked around and then looked at me and said, I fell and hit my face on the changing table.
Melissa asked to see the daycare's cameras, but says Martinez couldn't retrieve the footage. Concerned, Melissa contacted Greenwood police. No criminal charges were filed with regards to Mackenzie's injury. But when police responded, they found 17 children at the daycare. In Indiana, a child care provider needs a license if they're watching 6 or more children unrelated to the provider. Records show the state has cited Jennifer Martinez time and time again for having too many children without a license. May 2015, state inspectors found 12 children. April 2016, state inspectors counted 15 children and issued a cease and desist order. August 2016, the state found 10 children, and a month later, the Attorney General's office filed this lawsuit against Martinez to stop her from operating illegally. In January 2017, Martinez reached an agreement with the Attorney General saying she would care for fewer than 6 children. After police responded in 2018, the Attorney General took her back to court, accusing her of violating the court order. According to this October 2018 agreement, Martinez agreed to stop watching more than 5 children without a license, pay a $3,600 civil fine, and also agreed to 2 years of unannounced inspections.
Were you aware of the history that she had with the state when you took your child there?
Absolutely not. Had I known, I would have never sent my daughter there.
Call 6 Investigates stopped by Martinez daycare in January and counted 6 children leaving one evening. On a dark February morning, we saw 5 children dropped off. Martinez is still watching children, which she's allowed to do as long as she has 5 or fewer unrelated children. We emailed Martinez to ask if she's in compliance. She didn't respond, so we showed up to an eviction hearing for her daycare home. Martinez didn't show up, so we knocked on her door.
Jennifer, Kara Kenny with WRTV.
Martinez emailed us later saying, I am completely in compliance with the state of Indiana regarding my daycare. I do not wish to speak to you, and I don't appreciate you showing up at my home.
She is still operating.
What do you think about that?
It makes me sick.
We took our questions to the Attorney General's office.
How is it possible that this woman can still watch children at all?
The attorneys who are handling these cases work vigorously to make sure that the people are following the law and working for the public safety. As far as saying you can't watch kids at all, that's not an option that we have in this civil court.
The AG's office filed a new motion against Martinez February 12th, saying she's once again violated the court order by missing her required monthly payments. After receiving a complaint about Martinez, FSSA's last inspection, January 14th, found 5 children, which is in compliance. FSSA's Nicole Norvell says they rely on the community to file complaints about childcare suspected of operating illegally.
How big of a problem is illegal childcare?
So it's definitely something we get very concerned about, because we know if children are in environments that aren't regulated, there's more likelihood for them to have unsafe things happen for them.
Licensed providers have to complete CPR and safe sleep training, as well as criminal background checks on their staff. FSSA issued more than 50 cease and desist letters to suspected illegal daycares from 2017 to mid-2018. Almost always, that prompts the provider to get licensed or reduce the number of children.
The process is working.
On FSSA's website, Martinez is among dozens of providers the state says have operated illegally.
We just want children to be safe.
Is this a matter of life and death?
It certainly can be. I think anytime you have not enough staff for the number of children who are present, you certainly set up scenarios by which children can be injured.
Mackenzie Lucas now attends a Christian school. Her mom, Melissa, wishes she had known to check FSSA's website before choosing a child care.
As a parent, I did not know that there was a difference between licensed and not licensed. And it makes me feel like a terrible mom. I let my child down. I was supposed to protect her, and I didn't. And it kills me inside.
Martinez is due in court on March 19th on another eviction hearing and on April 5th in the Attorney General's case. Because Martinez has operated under several names and addresses, she must notify the state if she changes addresses again.
A lot of parents watching this tonight get the lesson from the mother that we heard from tonight. But I think a lot of parents want to know, what is the best way to look into a child care facility and know it's the right one for my family?
Well, first of all, it's fine to post on Facebook and ask for recommendations, but you really need to do your due diligence. From there, you can look for licensed childcare on the state's Child Care Finder website and see if they're on the illegal provider list. If you choose to go to an unlicensed provider that has 5 or fewer children, ask if they're trained in CPR and safe sleep, and ask if they do background checks. We've compiled a bunch of tips on checking out a child care facility in this story on the RTV6 app and the IndyChannel.com.
Our Kara Kenny, thank you for that tonight.